Hi everyone and welcome to my channel, Spina Bifida Guide to Hope. My name is Leilani and today actually marks 1 year since I've been on YouTube. So to celebrate, I wanted to do a subscribers Q&A. Now I did receive questions from some of you on Instagram and also on Facebook. If you don't already follow me on both of those, the links to both my Instagram and my Facebook will be in the description below. So please go check both of them out if you would like. Now let's get started. The first question I have is from Jana. Just curious if you know if there's a connection with cancer and spina bifida. Now, I am by no means a medical professional. However, from my knowledge, I do not believe that cancer and spina bifida have a connection or any type of link to each other. I do believe they are completely different things in the sense of you can have one or the other. You can even have both, but I do not think that they have a link exactly to each other. Next question comes from Tom. What's the worst part of being born with spina bifida? Now, for me personally, I do not see my disability having anything really negative. I don't look at it in that way. Even though, yes, I have faced physical and even emotional challenges because of my disability, but in a sense, the way I look at it, it has made me a stronger person. So I don't really see it as a negative thing. I try my best to embrace my disability and to accept it because it is a part of me. And on top of that, because of my spina bifida, it has brought me to a whole community of people that are really, really kind and that I can connect with and relate to because of having spina bifida, and because of that, I appreciate my spina bifida. Next question is from Instagram, and the username is ego_31. They ask, what is your favorite childhood memory? For me, I have many childhood memories that are really, really happy memories. So I can't really pick out just one childhood memory that's my favorite because there are many, but I can say that my favorites of all my childhood memories would be the ones where I am on vacation or a trip somewhere with my family and I am spending time with my family on that trip or vacation. That to me is very important, and that quality time with my family means a lot to me. So I would say those memories are the most important to me and the most memorable and my favorite. Next question again comes from Instagram. The username is mywheeladvice. They ask, if you could have lunch with any 4 people, living or deceased, who would you pick? I can't really off the top of my head think of 4 people, but I will say there is one specific person that I would very much love to hear from again and see again and sit down and have a conversation with, and that would have to be my aunt who passed away in 2012. She meant a lot to me and a lot to my family, and I would give anything to be able to speak with her at least one more time. The next question comes from the username Ecstatic, I believe. If I did butcher your username, I am so sorry. They ask, did you have any fears regarding spina bifida as a child? And how about now? For me, as a kid, I did have fear of having a disability, and that fear was because I was afraid that I couldn't relate to anybody my age and I wouldn't be able to make friends because I was in a sense a little different and did things a little different than them. So I did have fear that people would judge me for having a disability. As of now, being an adult, I don't really have fears when it comes to my disability, when it comes to my spina bifida. The only thing that really would concern me is if there's a health issue that does arise eventually as I age. But other than that, socially, I don't really have much fear, but health-wise, because I am getting older and eventually I am going to be at an age where I may be a little more fragile than I am now, that in the future does kind of concern me. But I'm living in the now and I don't really think about that. And when the day does come, if it does happen where I experience something that has to do with my health that is a little challenging, I will face it like I've faced many challenges with my disability in the past, and I will handle it accordingly. The next question comes from the same person, and this question they ask, what are your goals or plans for the future of Spina Bifida Guide to Hope? For me, when I started my YouTube channel, it was more for me to tell my story and let out my feelings, and kind of therapeutic for me. Also, on top of that, I hoped that if people were to watch my videos, whoever does watch it can in some way relate to them, and it would help them in any way. And being able to reach out to other people and being able to tell my story really does make me feel good and makes me happy, and I love to tell my story and share my experiences and allow people to reach out to me and tell me their own experiences when it comes to disability or spina bifida, and I just really enjoy it. That was kind of like my main thing with starting the channel, was just to share my experience, share my story with spina bifida, and also to help others along the way who may relate to my story. Next question is from Aaron Colopy. Again, I apologize if I do butcher your username. They ask, what is your favorite activity to do for fun? There's multiple things that I like to do, so I don't really like to say just one thing. Some of those things include spending time with family, spending time with friends. Also, I like to read, so I'm a bookworm. I do love to read books. Another thing that I really always loved to do since I was a child is sing. I am musically inclined, so I do sing, and I just like to listen to music and really connect with music. So those are a few things that I really do enjoy doing. Now this question is from Sydney_2022. They ask, what is one or two things you struggle most with having spina bifida? For me, the biggest struggle, even going into adulthood, has always been accepting my body and accepting the fact that my body does have scars because of my spina bifida, and from getting multiple surgeries, I do have multiple scars on my body that throughout the years I have tried my best to learn to accept them and learn to realize that even though I do have those scars, without those scars, I wouldn't be alive. Without those scars, I wouldn't be who I am today. So I do appreciate them, and I try my best to not be afraid to be judged because of them. The older I'm getting, the more I am trying to accept the fact that they are there and they're not gonna leave, and they are a part of my body and a part of me. So I try my best to remember that, and I try to accept it because it's part of who I am. Even though it's still a process and I'm still learning to accept them, I am at a better place now at the age that I am with accepting them than I was when I was a child or a teenager. This next question is again from ego_31 from Instagram. In this question, there's a few parts, so I'm going to answer one part at a time. Their first question is, what are your favorite shows? My favorite all-time show that I love watching, and I can't wait until the next season comes out, is Lucifer. I love it. So I'm really excited for next season. Their next question is, what are your favorite movies? Now I have one specific movie that I've seen, I would say about maybe 15 or more times, no joke. And I would gladly watch it again and again and again and not get sick of it. And the movie is called The Count of Monte Cristo. Now, there are two different types of that movie, one older and one a little newer. The one that I'm talking about is the newer one, which I believe came out in the early 2000s. That movie I can literally watch over and over and over again on repeat and never get tired of it. I love that movie. Their next question is, what is your favorite food and drink? My favorite food in general would have to be seafood and also Spanish food. I love seafood. I grew up on seafood, and I also grew up on Spanish food. I am Puerto Rican, so I grew up eating a lot of different types of Spanish food, and I also grew up eating seafood, so those two things I love. And their last question is, what is your favorite color? My favorite color is aqua blue. I love the color blue, but specifically I love the shade aqua. I think that's such a beautiful color. If I can have everything that color, literally, I would. Okay, so the next question is from a different Instagram user. Their username is Foxy24, and this is the last question. Their question is, how do you handle hate comments? Being in the public eye and putting my story out there and sharing my story with the public, I have experienced, unfortunately, hate comments and people being negative towards my story or things that I share. And it kind of, in a way, comes with the territory. If you put your personal information out there, unfortunately, there are people that will judge you for it, and there are people that may disagree with your opinions. But for me personally, when it comes to those type of people or those type of comments, I don't feed into it. I ignore it. I don't give them the time of day. I don't give them the entertainment. I feel personally the best comeback for people who are negative towards you is silence. And the reason I say that is because, to me, if you feed into negativity and you feed into people who are throwing negativity at you, they're gonna feed off of your response and your reaction. That's what they want. They want a rise out of you. They want you to feel bad about yourself. They want you to give them that attention and to make you feel less than them. So the best thing to do is to not give them that and not satisfy their need for that, and to just simply ignore it. Simply just let it go and not say a word, because if you don't say a word, that means you're not giving them what they really want. So if you don't give them what they want, they'll more than likely leave you alone. I have learned that through experience. Like I said, I have experienced people throwing negativity at me and disagreeing with things that have happened in my life and my point of view on things. For me personally, just ignoring it and not feeding into them has worked like a charm. So that is all of the questions for the Q&A. Before I go, I do want to say thank you so much. I can't believe that it's been a year that I've been on YouTube. I'm so beyond grateful for all of your support and all of your love and all of your care, and it just means the world, literally the world to me. And I love doing this. I love sharing my story. I love helping people. I love helping all of you if I can, and it just makes me warm inside. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel happy, and I hope that sharing my story can make someone out there who is watching my videos happy as well and make them feel good. I hope that sharing my story will help in any way. So I really do appreciate all of the love and all of the support that I've been getting this entire year that I've been on this channel. I do plan on continuing doing this, again, because I love it. I love doing it. So I do not plan anytime soon to stop. This is something that I am passionate about. This is something that I love, and I love all of your support. So on that note, I know that I've been gone for, I believe, over a month, a little over a month. I did, for that month, have to take a little break from my channel for personal reasons, but I am back, and I am more than happy to be back, and I don't plan on leaving anytime soon, so you will definitely see me on this channel more often. So again, I definitely do appreciate all of you and all of the support, and I am so happy and so glad this channel has made it as far as it has, and it's made it to 1 year. I appreciate all of you for the support. I love you all, and if you haven't already and you're watching this video, please subscribe to the channel and join me on my journey. Also, please feel free to leave a comment, leave a like on this video down below, and I will see you all next week. Bye!